Sal was our first stop in the Cape Verdes. Sal is Portuguese for salt, and the island's population grew around the production of salt from the crater of an extinct volcano. Production is no longer viable from the crater, so it's become one of a rising number of tourist attractions. There is a stark contrast between the north and the south of the island. The north has a mix of litter-strewn, unfinished buildings and shanty towns where the locals live. Linked by the one main paved road, the south features clean, modern tourist resorts.
We are finally leaving Sal. We were stuck there for almost a week because of strong winds. The book says that you only have over 30 knots for 4 days of the year. Well, that's a lie, because we had them for about 5 or 6 days, and it's finally dropped off. We've got a nice week of wind forecast ahead of us, and it's not just us, everybody's coming out of the anchorage all this morning.
Beautiful island in the anchorage we're staying in Bovista, so we're just going to sail ashore and have a look.
This is the fort overlooking the anchorage.
At home, appreciate your washing machines.
Earlier we were a tourist attraction. Local tour guide round came to show the locals at Bovista laundrette. We found an English couple there. He was really happy. Now, whilst we wait for it to dry, a little swim and our lunch on the beach. It shouldn't take too long to dry in this heat. And then sail back to Florence.
Bovista was by far our favourite anchorage of the trip so far. The water was really clear and there was a reef within swimming distance of the boat.
Well, first try with the spear gun, and 4 shots equals 2 fish. That's enough for dinner.
Well, that's the windiest we've had since Biscay. We had 40 knots coming in here to São Nicolau. It's calmed down a little now that we're behind the headland, and hopefully it's going to more so as we approach the anchorage.
We're tucked up close to the land, so these 30 knot gusts aren't really creating much of a wave to affect us. But boy, do we swing round. So that's not the camera moving, that's Florence moving. like all the other boats in the anchorage. Over we go. And back the other way.
The wind did not drop off during our stay, and we only got ashore for 2 short visits during a lull.
So you just walked up the valley from the town where we're anchored. And up here you've got quarrying, pig farming, some other farming, there's goats up the hillsides. And it's very green. Well, we've had a bit of a walk around. We've been beaten to a pulp in the anchorage at São Nicolau for the last few days, and yesterday we decided we finally had enough and that we were going to leave this morning, so we are leaving in the morning despite the fact it's a complete flat calm. We've got some friends who left a bit ahead of us in a little 25-footer, so we're hoping we should be able to catch them up.
Our last stop in the Cape Verdes was Mindelo on São Vicente. The anchorage in Mindelo was packed with cruising boats, which made for a really good social scene. We felt like we were no longer in the Cape Verdes. The town is much more affluent, with lots of fresh food available, a modern marina, new cars and shops with glass fronts and air conditioning. It's easy to see the Portuguese influence on the island in the town's painted tiles and colonial buildings.
The anchorage on Santo Antão is not great, so we took a day trip over on the ferry to see the sights. And wow, this is the most beautiful island we've seen. When we were at home and getting ready to come on this trip, we were the unusual ones because we were planning to go and sail around the world for a couple of years. But now we're here, all of these boats that are here in this anchorage are pretty much doing the same thing. They're at least going across the pond for a season in the Caribbean or down to Brazil. And talking to everybody, we were all thinking the same things, and suddenly it's just normal.